Good morning, artists. Today we are going to be learning all about how to draw a snake. Now, keep in mind, there are lots of different ways to make snakes. This is just one way, and we're making our snake in this particular way because eventually we will be adding patterns to our snake, just like this. So today, we're going to start with just the drawing. Make sure you hold on to your drawing until next week, where we talk more about adding color and also adding our patterns. All right, so let's get started. What you will need is a piece of paper and a pencil to begin, and then some type of a marker. It doesn't necessarily have to be black. It could be a colored marker instead. Just something to trace our lines so that they will stand out when we move on to the next step. All right, so in this particular artwork, you will notice that the snake has this type of a shape. If you were to think of the type of line it is, what would it be? Is it straight? Is it curvy? This is definitely a curvy line, right? And it actually almost looks like a wavy line if you really look at it. So we're going to start first by making a wavy line. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So, have my paper and my pencil, and I'm going to start right over here. This will eventually be where the head is to our snake. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to curve up. Then I'm going to come down, and then back up again, and I'm going to curve down. And eventually I'll end up right here. Now this is going to be where our tail is. So it really looks like a wavy line that kind of takes these dips right here. Sometimes I like to call that a roller coaster line because it looks like you're sort of riding a roller coaster here. Okay, next I'm going to start at this tip right here that I left. This is going to be the tip of the tail of our snake. Okay, and I am just going to follow that same line. Whoop. Made a mistake here. That's why we use pencils, so that we can erase. I'm going to follow this line, but I'm going to leave a space between the line that I made and the line here. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to follow the same path that I took before with my pencil. Now I'm going to come back down. I'm curving down and coming back up, and then I'm going to stop right about here. Now this is where the head of our snake's going to be. And you'll notice from this picture that it's sort of like an oval that has a little bit of a point. So what I'm going to do now is just change my shape and make a little point. Now, if there's anything you want to fix, this is a good time to come back and fix that. All right, now I think this is a pretty good snake shape to work with. If yours doesn't look exactly like mine, don't worry. What we want are some nice big spaces so that we can create patterns later on. So the first thing I'm going to do is work on the face. So I'm going to make some snake eyes, and they sort of are shaped a little bit like this. So sort of like ovals with points on either side, kind of like the shape of almonds. Or the shape of our own eyes. Okay, so there's some snake eyes. And then next, I think I'm going to make, snakes have really cool tongues because they're forked. So they have a little, almost like a triangle that comes up in between. So here's my triangle. See that right there? And then comes back up. All right, so already it's starting to look more like a snake. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to give my snake stripes. But we are going to make these stripes wider apart. So a stripe is basically a line that repeats over and over again. It's a type of pattern. Okay, so we're leaving a big space here because this will be where we add our patterns next week. All right, so I'm going to start by adding a line right here. Then I'm going to leave a space and add another line. Then I'm going to leave a space, and I think I'll add a line here. Then I'm going to come up here, maybe add one right there, and then maybe here. So just leaving spaces between your patterns, or sorry, between your lines that you're making. And I think I'll stop right about there. If you have more lines, that's okay. Just leaving enough space so that we can add things here later. All right, next. we are going to do some tracing. So this is where you'll grab your marker and you're just going to follow the path that you took before. So I actually started with the eyes on this one, but you can really start anywhere you want. Let's go back to that first line we started with and follow it. Now, if you go off track, don't worry, because you can come back and just erase your pencil line and pretend that you meant to do it. Curving all the way around. Sometimes I like, when I make mistakes, it ends up actually looking better than what I had intended to do. Happy mistakes, that's what I call that. All right, so line here, line here, line here, there. So I'm just retracing. Now, here's the thing. I missed quite a few of my lines. I don't know if you can see that. What do you think I should do to make it look nicer? Any ideas? This is where you can come back with a pencil, eraser, or maybe you have a big eraser at home, and just erase any pencil lines left behind. That way you're gonna have a nice clean artwork to work on for next week. All right, and I think now if I clean this off, oh, I missed a line right here, Mrs. Langless. Okay, now I am all done with my snake. So this is as far as we're going to go today. As I showed you before, next week we are going to talk more about patterns. So you'll see that I have a finished snake right here. We will be working on adding a different pattern to every section of our snake to make it look beautiful like this. I can't wait to tell you all about it, so stay tuned, keep your artwork in a safe spot, and have a wonderful week.